I got a video uploading as to why I fight for justice. And I'm going to make this video regarding the news distraction techniques that they use to hide the truth. Seeing as that I'm over here fighting for justice and they're over there creating techniques and distractions and deflections and redirections to hide the truth. And so I felt compelled to touch on that. Because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Awareness is power. Once you become acknowledged, like you acknowledge the fact that these are happening to you, they're happening around your surroundings, it then becomes power. Your knowledge, your wisdom, your fortitude, your perseverance, your resilience. Like we all carry all of these attributes. We all do. We all carry gifts. Mechanics, they have a straight gift when it comes to working with cars and envisioning things late, being able to put things together. I mean, I can come up with a gift in anybody. I really can. People just need to see the beauty and light within themselves. That's the problem, is people don't see the beauty and light that they carry in themselves, so they don't recognize that they're a gift walking. Literally, we're all just little gifts walking on this earth. Straight up. They don't want you to see that, and it makes me so mad. It makes me so angry. You know? I have so many wonky stuff that happens with my page where people will follow me and then stop following me, and just, you know, when you walk through your spiritual awakening, you become connected with God. Yeah, it's hard to be in a relationship. It's hard to carry, you know, friendships and things of that nature. At least for me it is. It really is. It's really hard. Everybody in my life is being used in a different way. And they're not being honest. And I see that and I know that, and it's alright. But yeah, it's a hard, lonely road. By the grace of God, I'll never feel lonely though. Lonely road. I saw this one thing, this new song with Marshmello and Jelly Roll. I didn't even finish listening to it. I'm so disheartened by Jelly Roll. I really am. Anyways, him and Brandon Lake and all these people. And poor Upchurch, he's going through it, brother. I feel that. He's going through it. It's crazy to see when you won't conform, what they'll do to you. They'll totally just shun you, smear you, and go to great lengths. Although he thinks that FED's got his back. I don't know. I'm questioning the 3-letter digits, that's for sure. I've definitely questioned them. I don't think everybody in them is corrupt, but I definitely don't think they're here to help us. At least not for me. I think they're sitting back and watching. I think they're entangled in it. The dead cat strategy. A shock tactic to redirect attention away from inconvenient truths. You know, politicians release sensational news to overshadow crisis. That's the thing, is why, like, I find it to be unique why they so overly share in reference to the borders, in reference to Russia, in reference to Ukraine, and Russia, in reference to everything going on in all these other countries. And again, I understand that, but you don't have to make everything about that. When are you going to start talking about what's happening in the United States? You know exactly what's happening in the United States. I don't need to tell you that. You know exactly. That's why you keep firing all these people, so you can manipulate documents. Firehouse of falsehood. Overwhelming the public with continuous rapid information. True or false dilutes focus on what actually matters. The tactic prevents critical issues from the gaining traction. You know, I shared this video how President Trump's inauguration speech was very much close, or acceptance speech was very much close to Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, and comparing the contrast of the two was freaking nuts, by the way. But what really, really, like, was telling to me is at the end when he said, "I did it." She said, "We did it." He said, "I did it." What does that tell you? That's ego driven. First of all, he didn't do it all on his own. He had mountains and mountains and mountains of people helping him. MAGA, hello. Hello, you got your MAGA people, your supporters, they helped you. But no, he said, "I did it." That's strong, that's bold. That's very egotistical. That's what I saw anyways. Again, my perceptions, my beliefs, my opinions. Again, not saying I love Trump. I love DeSantis. I love all politicians. I'm just extremely disappointed in them. I'm extremely disappointed in them. Based on everything that I've been put through, that they've put me through. And you can't tell me that they ain't aware of it, because I dang sure know they are. Yeah, that's come to my dreams. So, I'm a little disappointed. They say they're God-fearing people, and I don't understand how they can do that, but you literally, like, hurt American citizens, hurt American children. It's crazy. You gotta ask yourself about those things. And that's the people we have running our country that have children. But it's no big deal. It ain't gonna happen to their kids. So they don't worry about it. They don't care how other kids are treated or what they sign a line and approve. You know, the secret XYZ. Sure, go ahead and do this to an American family. Sure, go ahead and do this to a single American woman. Sure, go ahead and do this to their children. Sure, go ahead. Let me just sign off right here. No big deal. It's just a piece of paper, and these are just names. It's not the fact that these are people with heartbeats. Nope. How are they going to compromise us? How are they going to expose us? Okay? All right, cool. Let me go ahead and do that. And that's what they do. We're just freaking numbers. We're literally our social security number. That's it. Our three-digit credit score. That is our meaning of life. That's what they equated us to. Yeah. Let's see here. Desperate deflection advancements. Examples like Trump repeated diversions during the Epstein scandal. Fabricating controversy and shifting blame exposes how distraction becomes too obvious to ignore. It literally is. It's so obvious you can't ignore it. Golly, of course, this picture. Why this matters in your journey. Your fight mirrors their fears. The same methods that attempt to silence you, distraction, misinformation, bureaucracy, are tactics of those trying to preserve power and accountability and bury the truth. They do not want the truth to come out, but it already is. You can't beat God. You can't play God, and you can't say you're chosen by God and then do these types of things. That's a big no-no. You don't want to do that. And he's doing that in different ways. Speaking the truth disrupts the illusion. When you document, persist, and speak plainly, you cut through the noise and recenter the conversation on justice. Accountability isn't sexy. No doubt. It's not sexy. It's quiet. It's quiet. While media chases flash, your persistent step-by-step, document-by-document threatens false narratives more than any trending hashtag can. I know, I have so many exhibits to get together because of my receipts. That's the hard part, but we're going to work on it today. I just need to get this thing done and then I'll feel better. It's not an easy road. I know a lot of people have a lot of narratives to say in the back about me. I know they've spun a lot. I know they've said a lot. I know they've said a lot of egregious things. Based off the things that they've done to me, I can only imagine what they've said. And compare and contrast to the two, I'm sure, whew, you know what I mean? And because I'm still alive and breathing, I flow by the seat of my pants. I flow by God. I walk with God. That pisses a lot of people off because I'm still here. And I hate that, you know. I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd piss so many people off in this world, but God had a different plan for me. And I'm just learning to walk in it. And be me. And be me. All I can be is me. I can't be somebody I'm not. And I refuse to do that. I spent 39 years trying to be somebody I'm not. And I'm not going to do that. I've been so captive and held down and suffocated and sabotaged my entire life. It's just, it goes beyond that. I'd rather walk in freedom against the strengths of the world because I'm not carrying the chains of other people. I refuse. Now, I got an infinite amount of room for anybody, but I do it 9/11 as I say that. I do it how God calls me to do it, and I do it the way that I do it. But I love you guys. I hope this video resonated for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, everything's a distraction, clearly. They don't want to take accountability. That's just not something we do in the United States. It's just not. I've wrapped my head around that. That's okay, though. I take accountability, and I'm going to keep filing until I go in the grave, you know? It's one of those things. It's not an easy walk, but God saw some strength in me that I didn't see in myself. And now I see it. And I see why He chose me, because I have all these different wisdom nuggets when it comes to all this stuff based off my career field and all the jobs that I've worked at. So I've gathered little nuggets from each career field, each season of my life, to where I can facilitate